What's going on, my good people? Happy Monday, October 9th. We back another episode of The Man, starting our week off on the right foot. I'm Antoine Bethea. Got my co-host D Butt. You know, he's in the Thunderdome. He's going to tap in with us surely. But again, man, I hope y'all had a good weekend, a great weekend. We had a good slate of football yesterday. Obviously, we're going to touch on that. We're going to talk on that. Man-to-man new power rankings, our top 5 NFL teams at the moment. Obviously, man, we're going to touch on our Indianapolis Colts in a huge win that they had yesterday, divisional win over the Titans. Last night, Sunday Night Football, San Francisco 49ers, man, putting a punishment on the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, it's going to be a lot of talk there to go back to the Indianapolis Colts. You know, JT signing his deal, getting him back on the field, getting him back into the groove of things. Anthony Richardson looked like he has an AC injury with his shoulder, so we're going to talk about that. Gardner Minshew coming in, stepping in, doing his thing. So again, like shit, we had college football. Shedeur Sanders and company had a big time come from behind win against Arizona State. Mishaps over there with the Hurricanes. We're going to touch on that. But again, man, we got some good topics to talk about, man. Y'all tap in with us as always in the comment section. Let's interact a little bit, man. It's Overreaction Monday. We're going to catch y'all on the other side.
Yeah, we talking.
You are now tuned in to the Man podcast. Starring Darius Butler.
They don't wanna see us. Man.
And
They don't
Antoine
know how to
Bethea.
beat us. Man.
Now we talking.
Man.
Presented by FanDuel.
Man.
Man to man.
There we go.
There you go. Screen a little blurry, but shit, we're going to get it going, man. Shout out to Yoko and company, excuse me, with the new intro for us, man. Been holding it down for us.
So it's blurry on my end?
Nah, you good, but you froze now.
Oh, shit. I don't know what's going on with the internet right now, man.
Now you good, you back.
Okay. We back.
What's good, man? How was your weekend?
Weekend was crazy. Weekend was great, though. Great weekend. Got a chance to get out there at another college game. Red River Rivalry down at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Oklahoma, Texas. That was crazy. Obviously out there with the whole crew.
Spectrum.
Uh-oh.
Spectrum is in full effect this morning over there at the Thunderdome.
Spectrum get me today. But the weekend was great, man. What about you?
Man, it was good. Again, had another weekend. Was in Alabama this weekend, man. Had a good game. Another week in the booth. So we're gonna touch on that, man. But other than that, man, it was a good weekend, man. Trying to, got my vitamins and shit going, man. It's around that time, the weather change.
Oh, yeah.
Kids coming in the house, coughing, sneezing, running nose.
Yeah.
So shit, gotta stay on top of that for sure.
Yeah, man, gotta have them fresh juices, turmeric shots, ginger, all that good stuff, especially with all the traveling and stuff you're doing.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. So man, talk about the rivalry, man. Like you said, y'all was able to be able to get out there. Another college game, man. Talk about that. That's probably one of the biggest rivalries in college football, man. How was that experience this weekend?
Yeah, man. I think that rivalry's been going on for over 100 years. Played at a neutral site, and I had never, obviously I'd never been there before, but the stadium in the Cotton Bowl is literally split 50-50. So if you looking in one end zone, you're looking down at the end of the field at the 50-yard line, just splits Texas fans, Oklahoma fans. So it's damn near. I mean, it's probably the best neutral site game I've been to. Obviously, the fans are passionate. Some good old-fashioned hate between the two teams. Both teams will be going to the SEC next year, I believe. But the fans were great. The game was great. The players, that's one of those games where, what you do in that game is going to kind of be remembered forever. Had a chance to holler at Baker Mayfield on the sideline. Trey Young, Matthew McConaughey joined the show, Glenn Powell, Greg Sankey, the SEC commissioner, so it had some good guests and shoot, more importantly, a great game. It was a fun weekend. That college atmosphere is nothing like that college atmosphere, man. With all the alumni from 80-year-old people to 8-year-olds out there just screaming at the top of their lungs, man. It was a dope experience all around with the crew.
Nah, that's
what about you, man? How was this weekend?
Man, it was good, man. It was probably like our first, really, really good matchup. Had Benedict against Miles College. Miles College, been in existence since 1889 or something like that. Yeah, like a long time, man. So just a lot of history. Benedict, man, that's 18 straight wins for them in the regular season. So they've been playing really well. They made the D2 nationals last year. So good game, man. Benedict, they was able to pull it out. Paul's 24-21. You see right here, man. I do a segment every week. AB's dog, man. So I pick a dog from the home team, man. My guy right here. Scott Jefferson, man. Transferred from Alabama State. He played the safety position, man. But young fella, man, he gets it done, man. So again, another week in the books, man. Getting better, getting more comfortable, man. So it's been good so far, man. It's already week 6, man.
I was about to say week
flying by.
Yeah, week 6. So that was week 6. So this week 6 that has just finished for college football, right?
Facts. Yep.
Okay, so week 6 just wrapped up, and then obviously we got week 5 wrapping up in the NFL. So yesterday, Sunday, did you get a chance to watch most of the game? Usually Sunday is a travel day for me. End up getting to Indy on Saturday, so had pretty much all Sunday. And for the first time, I really was able to watch all the games again. They split it up great. I felt like from the 1 o'clock to the 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like 9 games in the 1 o'clock out, and 3 and the 4 was kind of split evenly, and then obviously stayed up for the primetime game. But were you able to catch most of the games?
Yeah, I was able to catch majority of them. Some of them were better than others, obviously. But definitely had to tap in with our Colts. I was able to get up a little. I got up early enough to catch majority of the Jags and Bills game. So it was some good matchups, man. Houston and Atlanta was a good matchup. Cincy and Arizona was a good one. Jets at Denver was so it was some good games yesterday, some quality games, man. So again, it'd be a lot going on, obviously, on Sunday, but being able to, catch the games, man, and being able to come on here with you and talk about it, man. So I'm not mad at week 5 in the NFL, man. Obviously we got one more tonight. But I'm not mad. It was a good week.
Yeah, good weekend, good Sunday. Great Sunday of ball. Had some interesting things even happening in the college game. I just saw in the picture that Tone put together that one of my college teams. I got obviously my UConn Huskies, but then grew up a Miami Hurricane fan. I remember you talking about it earlier. You said you were a Florida State fan growing up.
Yeah.
But Hurricanes, man, I think we were 5-0 and had the ball, had an opportunity to kneel the ball out, hands it off to the running back. Running back was down, in my opinion, but get stripped. They go down and score 32 seconds later, and we fumble away the L like that, man. Have you ever seen something like that?
Not when the game is in your hands, right? Like, you control your destiny at that point. Like you said, all you got to do is kneel.
Man.
I had a heartbreaker in college, and to this day, like, I get sick talking about it. Playing against our rival, Hampton University, at home, my senior year, had never beaten Hampton.
Damn.
Senior year, it's fourth quarter. It's a tight game. I think we might be up by 1 or 2. We get the ball at our 2-yard line. We run the ball all the way down the field, not one pass.
90 plus yards.
97 yards. We run the ball all the way down to our we had I got 2-yard line, 1-yard line. I'm talking about 10 runs. Eating the clock up. The stands going crazy. Defense on the sideline, we going crazy. We setting the parties up already. We never beat Hampton. Our last year for the seniors, we gonna go out on the right foot. Coaches call a play. Our quarterback checks at the line to a pass.
After 10 runs.
Our coach is at the other end. He's running down the sideline trying to call a timeout. Hikes the ball. He throws a slant. Their safety picks it off and runs it back 98 yards.
Damn.
Well, you talking about sick? So I've been sick, but like this is on coaches. Like this is on the coaches. You know, you just got to nail it. You know, don't get too cute again. This game of football is not rocket science. Do what you're supposed to do, man. So that's a bad feeling right there.
Yeah, man. I guess you live and you learn. And somebody posted, I forgot, it might have been Michael Lombardi posted like a video from like Cristobal, the head coach at the Hurricanes, of this happening before when he was the coach for Oregon. So even more unacceptable. But we all have, like, that's, you know, even with that call, you don't want him calling the pass, obviously, in that situation after how they've been, you know, punching him in the mouth all the way down the field. But, you know, that's still within the lines. That's still within the play. Things happen. Plays happen. Mismanagement of clocks, something like that from the head coach, that just can't happen. But the great weekend of college football, like I said, obviously your game was great. You see Colorado up here as well with Shador and the Colorado Buffaloes squeaking out a victory over the Arizona State Sun Devils. Some people had some things to say about Shador, you know, doing his watch joint to the student section. I don't got a problem with it. You know, obviously the people going to do it in their face when they lose. It's just part of it. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. But, you know, I ain't having an issue when Johnny Manziel was doing the money.
Right.
Or Cam was doing the Superman. Or, you know, whoever. That makes sports more entertaining, I think. And even with Shador, you know, not necessarily going out of his way to be, you know, the nice guy or the baby face, you know, going out there and being somewhat of a villain in these, you know, these hostile territories. That's what makes college football, in my opinion. So I definitely didn't have an issue with that. But great weekend of college ball, like you said. Obviously, we're going to get to this NFL slate. The WNBA kicked off their finals yesterday. You know, I'm sure it was some type of scheduling thing, but I hate for them doing that in the middle of NFL Sunday, because you know that's kind of.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't know whose call that was. I think a couple of their games are on Sundays. I'm sure it was somebody's call, but they kicked off 2 o'clock, tipped off 2 o'clock. I'm sorry. Vegas won handedly in game 1. They're looking primed to repeat against New York Liberty. We shall see those good players on both sides of the court. I unfortunately didn't get a chance to watch the game, look at the stats afterwards. So baseball going on. Didn't get a chance to watch that either, but I know it's some good games going on in the baseball world. Yeah. F1 had a good race this weekend in Qatar.
Definitely tune into that.
I did not. That started at 1 o'clock too. Yesterday, Max ended up sewing up championship, world championship.
No shit.
World championship is sewn up, but it is still a battle for the other positions in the team, and then obviously the driver's championship. But yeah, man, I was all locked in on NFL football yesterday.
I had to. We definitely got an overreaction here. KCJ, University of Miami coach, has to be fired. That's definitely an overreaction. I get you must be a Miami fan. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah,
but that's an overreaction for sure.
Yeah, he hot, and rightfully so. You know, when you're a fan, you should be passionate. And this is the year where it's like, oh shit, you know, you look like they back. You know, or they getting back to their old ways. So for them to trick it off like that, and once again, not in the field of play, it's not like somebody fumble. You know, somebody did fumble, but it's not like something happened that should have happened. It shouldn't have happened, but I'm not gonna go. Definitely not gonna call for Cristobal's head. I think he's doing the right things down there to you.
Nah, he is. He is. Man, let's jump into this NFL, man.
Let's
get
do
to
it.
Let's start off first with our Indianapolis Colts, man, and we're gonna start with JT, man. JT, man, getting the deal done. Remember the Colts getting the deal done here. You see from Sportico, the Colts and Jonathan Taylor have reportedly agreed to a 3-year, $42 million contract extension. It had been over 2 years since a running back signed a multi-year deal worth more than $10 million annually.
Wow.
So first off, man, congrats to JT, man. We've been talking about the running back position getting paid, all off season. He had his holdout, he had his spat with the Colts and whatever the case may be. But to be able to see the Colts and JT and his team get it done, get this 3-year extension. Obviously, it was dope to see him run out there on the field. They're gonna work him in because shit. Zach Moss has been balling right now.
Oh, toting that bit right now.
Toting right now. So again, man, what was your thoughts on the Colts and JT, man, being able to get this deal done finally?
Man, it's the as you say, it's the juju, the positive juju I've been putting out there kind of the whole time while this has been going back and forth. Obviously, his agent, the owner, JT, everybody, has been saying some things. You mentioned, been talking about running backs not getting paid, this pretty much whole offseason. You saw what happened with Saquon, with Jacobs, with Eckler. I think Aaron Jones took a pay cut. So it didn't look like, and I've, coming off a banged up year, not a bad year at the running back position for JT. I was kind of surprised to see it happen. And this was something that I wanted to happen. It was actually the number 13, around 13, 14 a year, right around the number, I thought would be fair. But once again, happy it happened for him. I'm sure he's happy it's behind him. It happens. This is business, it's sports and we have fans, but this ain't, college ball is business too, but this ain't high school or college ball. This is business and people got to do what's best for them and their own personal enterprises. And that's what JT did. And I'm glad he got his money, man. I'm glad he got paid. Hopefully we see him back to his peak form. To your point, Zach Moss has been looking great this season. Had a great game yesterday. I'm sure he had a little more motivation as well after seeing the deal get done for JT. But he made some huge plays to get us over the hump in the big divisional game to get back in first place. I think we'll be tied with Jacksonville now, 3-2 at the top of the division. Big win. The divisional games are big, especially at home. You got to win those. Took care of business. Zach Moss in the front of that defense. Defense played their asses off, keeping Derrick Henry bottled up for the majority of the games. Zaire Franklin, man-to-man alum, that huge 4th down stop is kind of going to be one of those lasting images from this game. For sure. But proud of the Colts, man. Proud of how they've been playing on both sides of the ball. Anthony Richardson banged up again, didn't finish the game. Reportedly, based on Rap Sheet, I don't know if Tone is still in here, but if Rap Sheet put out something that said he'll be out for probably 3 or 4 weeks with there we go. So that's very concerning. But what's your thoughts on obviously the JT deal and then our Colts this season going forward, and obviously the quarterback position as well?
Yeah, man, JT deal, man. I love it, man. Obviously, we always talk about it on this show on the pod, man. Just want players to get paid. You know what I mean? Obviously, on our former teams, we just understood how much JT, how much he means to the team. Obviously, being able to have a running attack or a dynamic running back, man, it opens up so much for your offense and for your team. Bringing in a young quarterback like Anthony Richardson, teaming him up with JT, I'm like, shit, that's the 1-2 punch that you can build off for. You know what I mean? So again, salute to everybody involved to be able to get that done. Hopefully, other teams, other organizations out there, they can see this as well and just know, running backs are very valuable in this league. To your point, the Colts, man, hell of a win. You talked about Zaire Franklin, man. He just all over the field. The defense just playing really well on all 3 levels. And I mean, when you're able to do that on the defensive side of the ball, D-line linebackers in secondary when they playing in unison, man. That's a beautiful thing. I've had an AC sprain. And that shit is not. It doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? I had that my rookie year. I think I really missed 4 games. I missed 3 games. I tried to come back against the Jaguars with MJD and Fred Taylor. That shit didn't go good after the first series.
Well, that was the worst game to try to come back, boy.
Oh man, but Rook, I'm like, shit, it's the original game, big time game. I'm gonna go in there before the game and do what I need to do. Doctor, come holler at me. Man, that motherfucker Fred T broke through that line that first jump. Oh yeah.
I already know.
Hey, Rook, come on to this sideline, man. You got to give it another week or so. But again, another thing that we talk about though is having that veteran quarterback, on the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Gardner Minshew for the third time, third, fourth time this year.
Yeah.
Come in the game and is playing some really, really, really good balls. So I'm not as concerned. You know what I mean? Not having Anthony Richardson out here for the next couple of weeks because of one, JT is back. Zach Moss is playing well. The defense is playing well. And Gardner Minshew is playing well. So shit, I feel like we're in a good situation. The best situation I feel as though we could be in right now with our starting quarterback being out, man. But
great. Yeah.
Like you said, at the top of the division right now, this is where you want to be. Obviously you got to take it one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time. But if we can just continue to build off the momentum that we've been playing with, shit, the sky's the limit for the Colts.
Yeah, man. And it's unfortunate, obviously, we never want to see a guy get hurt. But Richardson, he's been looking good, man, when he's in there. And now I feel like, I don't know if it's, who did they play last week? They beat the Ravens last week?
Nah, I think that was
Ravens, and then we beat, but whoever we played last week, I think that might have been the first game. The Rams beat the Rams. No, we lost to the Rams. That's what it was.
Yeah.
They lost to the Rams, overtime. But that was the first game, probably. I feel like we done seen Richardson start and finish. I know the first game with Jacksonville got banged up, Texans banged up. So Minshew, to your point, man, it's man, he earned his money. He earning more than his money right now. We already done seen him too much. But now if you go a 3-4 game stretch, and let's say Minshew mess around, be 3-1, we'll see. That'd be a good issue.
Nah. Ain't no conversation.
Once we get there, but keep doing your thing, Gardner. Keep doing your thing.
That's all you can do.
And heal up, Richard. We need you out there. We need you out. We need you to stay out there too. So we got to keep him healthy. He got to keep himself healthy. But obviously, it's a contact sport. It's a violent sport. So injuries are gonna happen.
Yeah. Sticking with the AFC South, across the pond.
Yes, sir.
The Jacksonville Jaguars. This is the second week in a row for them when they played over there across the pond. Buffalo Bills, they came over on, I think it was Friday. I don't know what the hell the logistics was about there. But they fucked that up.
Yeah,
I would say that they fucked that up.
Right.
But Jacksonville Jaguars, where the Colts tied with the Jacksonville Jaguars 3-2. They were able to get a big win over the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills last week looked like they was back in motion. Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne and company, man, look good.
Yeah, they did their thing, and like you said, I think I felt like Bills are kind of sleepwalking and going over there Friday once again. I don't know whose idea that was. I played one game in London. My team went over there twice, but I missed the other one. But I played there, I believe, my rookie year. We went over I want to say maybe 5 days before the game. And if I'm a coach, GM, or whatever, that's what I'm voting for. Hey, let's get over there. I don't care what the sports science say. I don't care what they say. Well, let's get over there.
I don't know if you're trying to save money or what.
Nah, we got to get my guys fully acclimated to, being over there, the time zone, the weather, the whatever, and so that we're ready to play a football game. And obviously the Jaguars been over there for 2 weeks. That's a huge benefit for them. Smart on their part. They got 2 games. I'm sure they put their hand up and said, yeah, let's go do it. I'm sure other teams probably had an opportunity as well. But, Jacksonville took care of business. Obviously all those things are going to be a part of it, and it matters. But then when you get out there, you got to take care of business and get the job done. And that's what Trevor Lawrence and company did. Calvin Ridley made some big plays down the stretch. He finally got going. He's kind of been they've kind of been struggling getting him the ball. Got him the ball. Zay Jones made some plays. Defense made some plays. A lot of flags late in this game. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs put up gaudy numbers, made great plays as well, but kind of, too little, too late. Some big injuries for the Buffalo Bills. Jones got hurt up front. Not sure his status. Matt Milano, I've heard, will be out probably for the remainder of the season, which is a huge loss for that defense. They lost Tre'Davious White last week with the Achilles, so he's out for the season. Just got Von Miller back. But Matt Milano, man, all-pro linebacker, one of the best linebackers, especially when it comes to coverage, which is so important in the NFL. So some big injuries that the Bills are going to have to deal with going forward. But I think the Bills will bounce back and still be a tremendous opponent for the rest of the season. But two back-to-back big wins for your Jacksonville Jaguars, though, for sure.
Yeah, this is the Jacksonville team that I was looking forward to seeing. But I want to ask you a question. I know it's been some talk, I would say. It's been some talk about the NFL testing out, having a team over across the pond. As a former player, would you be for or against having a team over there?
Fully against. I understand, want to expanding the brand, grow the game globally. But nah, maybe another league, NFL Europe again, maybe get that started up. It'll be tough to find players to do all that. But nah, I think it'll be really unfair to the players or whatever team will be over there. Maybe if you put a division over there, but once again, I think it's still unfair. And then knowing you have to go over there. Let's say they're in our division, they're in the A, whatever. We got to go twice, once a year. Oh, nah, I'm fully against it. I get it from the NFL standpoint, wanting to globalize the game, and obviously everything's about that bottom line. But nah, I'm as a player, even as a head coach, GM, whatever, I would be fully against having a team over there, and damn sure against being on the team over there, man. I'd be sick.
Man, what?
Imagine getting traded in the middle of the week. Man, come on, man.
Man, you gotta have your family. Well, I don't even know how that would work. You know what I'm saying? Having your family over there, your kids over there, like schooling and stuff. So again, though, something that you said is big time. It's always about that bottom line. So
sure,
if the folks feel as though, hey, this bottom line is going to help increase, revenue coming to the sport or coming to the Shield, then best believe there's gonna be some asses over there, and you best believe that. Forget all that other stuff. You best believe there's gonna be a team over there.
And it looks like the demand is there. It looks like the demand is there for sure. The crowd was into it. It'd be funny, seeing the crowd, even playing over there, seeing, all the jerseys represent.
Right.
They be ready, man. But to your point, that bottom line, Thursday night football is something we've been talking about for years. Oh, it's not safe. It's not this. The game is getting more violent. The injuries it is. All right, let's add a game. Let's get 17 in here. Let's make it 18 weeks. So to your point, it is about that bottom line. But I don't know how the competition committee will vote on it. I don't know. I'm just against it. But, Jacksonville Jaguars been over there for 2 weeks. I kind of let you know all you need to know. I'm sure they're gonna be asking, hey, so how did y'all feel about it? Oh, okay, all right, bet. So if the Jags are smart, they'll be checking all the bad boxes, man. Terrible. Highly would not recommend. Do not do it again. But before we move on to the next game, let's drop this FanDuel read.
Jacksonville 2-0 over there. So
yeah,
I don't know. But here you go. FanDuel read.
This NFL season with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets, guaranteed when you place a $5 bet. That is $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel,
there's no better time to get into the action. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, including spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/M2M Live and kick off the NFL season. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
Okay, D.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Whoa. There we go. Yeah, that was, that's the same one. They ain't have to do it. You got the next one though, so we gonna see.
We good. Let's get to Dick's next game. One of your former teams. I don't know what's going on over there. The Saints at New England. I think we both picked New England. I think New England were like a 2-point favorite in here on this game. One or 2-point favorite, somewhere around there. So really, it was like a
coming off an embarrassed, the worst loss in the Bill Belichick era too. That's part of the reason I picked him.
34-0, man. What is going on over there in New England, man? I don't, I know we give a lot of respect, well deserved, to Coach Bill Belichick, but right now it is not looking good in Foxborough. Like, what's going on,
man? I don't even know where to start. The offense, you watched how much of this game did you get to watch?
Man, I caught all highlights on this one.
Okay, yeah, smart. That was smart. But you just look at the offense, man. Skill position group, not great at all. Just no explosiveness, not from the backfield, not from the receivers. And then you look at the quarterback, in my opinion, guy stinks. Mac Jones, out of the rookies, Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, it was Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance obviously didn't play much, but their rookie year, you're like, oh shoot, Mac had the best rookie year. He may be set up for the most success. They set him back last year, obviously, with Matty P and Joe Judge calling the plays. So you kind of pointed at that. Now Billy O'Brien comes back to the offense. But man, it's just nothing on that side of the ball. Then defense, you lost probably your two best players on defense for the foreseeable future with Christian Gonzalez, the rookie out of Oregon, and Matthew Judon, that great pass rusher and kind of energy guy.
Jackson back though.
Who? Yeah, J.C. Jackson is back out there. The 2-9. He had some big time, some good plays. I can't say big time plays, but you lose 34 shit after laying the egg last week. So this back-to-back weeks now. This is the worst blowout loss, I think, in Patriots history, and then coming off the worst loss in the Belichick era. So, I mean, it's bad. If it was anybody but Bill Belichick, I would probably be calling for, hey, you got to get the coach out of there. You got to do this. You might as well tank, get the quarterback. But I got way too much respect for Bill Belichick. He's done way too much. And, it is what it is. The team stinks. And if you're a Patriot fan, we obviously got a huge Patriot fan here in Boston County. You're going to hear him crying later. But a lot of Boston fans are like, all right, we just need to tank, get a high pick because this season pretty much done. But, yeah, it looked terrible over there, man. It looks bad. Look, a bad brand of football. Tyrann Mathieu had a pick six, his 30th of his career, his 30th pick of his career, which is huge milestone for DB. Shout out to him. And shout out to the Saints, man. Derek Carr looked good. Their team looked good. AK, he became the all-time leading scorer for the Saints, man. So some good things happening for the Saints in the NFC South. But I mean, it's all stank up there in Foxborough right now. What's your takeaway? How you feeling right now? Is it time to hit the panic button, reset in New England? Or what?
Well, no question. No question. Yeah, you have to. Again, look, like crazier things have happened. You can turn around, flip around. It's early in the season, but to your point, like these past 2 weeks, it's not looking good. It's like you can't score and you give up a lot of points. Like that's, it's not like a situation where the offense is scoring a lot of points and the defense is scoring a lot of points. So it's like, okay, defense, we got to figure out what we can do.
Yeah, but
it's just bad on both ends here, man. And to your point, a lot of respect to Coach Belichick. But accountability is accountability. Like, just like players, just what have you done for me lately? You know what I'm saying? Like, so again, I get it, respect, but got to figure out where at on this roster we can improve.
Yeah.
If it's on the sideline, but yeah, man, it's just I'm hitting the panic button.
Man, it ain't looking good, man. And before we move on, actually, now we'll say that conversation for another day.
Yeah.
Say Brady Belichick.
Another big time divisional matchup. Baltimore on the road going to Pittsburgh. I think we both had Baltimore here.
Man,
you know, it's so crazy with Pittsburgh because early in the season it's like, damn, like, well, what's going to happen with Pittsburgh? But we always know Mike Tomlin, shout out 757, Denby High School grad. It's going to have these boys, these men ready to play, man. And again, they was able to get it done at home. TJ Watt had a huge game.
TJ Watt.
Pickens had a huge game. What you think? What was your thoughts? And what was your thoughts on football with Baltimore, though? Like, you know what I mean?
Man.
Like, at the end of the game, I don't know. They was,
bruh.
I don't know why they was playing that. Like, Humphreys was pressed up.
All out pressure. So like, you know what you get. You inviting the fade. But I mean, I respect it because you're saying to the quarterback, to the offensive coordinator, to everybody in the stadium, I'm pressed on, your best guy. I know the fade ball is coming. I'm gonna make a play. His first game back in action. That's the risk you take when you send pressure. And they had to send pressure at that point because I think it was a 2-point game at that point. They were kind of getting close to midfield, kind of less than 2 minutes. So as that player, as a former safety, as if you're a play caller, that's when you got to get a little more aggressive because you don't want them to just walk the ball in the field goal range, kick a game-winning field goal with time expired. So you got to get kind of aggressive. Marlon Humphrey know that as well. He know the style of his defense. So I'm not saying back up. I'm just saying you got to make a play if you're going to invite that fade ball. But hell of a job with Kenny Pickett standing in there making that throw. He's been getting beat up in the media for the last few weeks. The offensive coordinator, Matt Canada, everybody's been calling for his job. And I watched this game. I had the multi-view on, and I was tapped into this one. And it was so many drops by the Ravens receivers, bro.
Yes.
Miscommunication. He missed Zay Flowers on the deep one late. Zay was kind of running across the field. He tried to lead him up the field. That should have been a touchdown. Nelson Aguilar dropped the touchdown on the fade ball. Bateman dropped the touchdown in the back of the end zone.
Yes.
And then so it wasn't on Lamar early, but then they call a timeout late, up to on like the 3rd and goal, maybe 3-yard line, and throw a fade ball to Odell, who had been banged up, left the game, and then came back. You throw a fade ball against the rookie Joey Porter Jr., the ball is so far inside, so that was a bad throw by Lamar, which ended up being picked off and ended up being, then he fumbled later with the TJ Watt. But it was just, I hate to say like a team like this one. You looked at for me, I look at the Ravens. They tricked this one off. Like they had this game in the bag. It should have been a 2-score game. Honestly, they tricked it off. When you let a team hang around in the National Football League, especially a Mike Tomlin coach team, they're gonna find a way to win eventually. So TJ Watt, Highsmith, the boys made huge plays. Still is a big win because just like Bill Belichick, been an all-time great, done great things in New England, obviously, for a long time. Same with Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. And the noise was kind of coming like, hey, Mike Tomlin, hey, what's going on, man? This offensive coordinator, this, that, and the third. So they get a win, so it's going to be good for another week at least. And now, after week 5, the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, they're at the top of their division, tied at 3-2 with, I believe, the Ravens at the top of their division right now.
And I don't think anybody was expecting that, especially where you had, Cincinnati. We'll talk about them. They look good yesterday, and Cleveland. But you never know in this division, man. But again, a good, strong finish. Pittsburgh, it's hard to win in this league, as everybody knows. So when you can get those wins against good teams in your division, man, you can build off of that.
Absolutely, it's always great. It's always great getting a win. But I feel like a win feels even better when you didn't play your best ball. All right, you get in that locker room as a head coach, you say, hey, man, we fought, it was gritty, we found a way, but it's so much room to improve. So you don't really get, comfortable. You go out there and play a great game, everything looked good, everybody on the high horse. But big win, man. Wins are hard to come by in this league. So huge win, especially against a divisional rival. Lamar over his career struggled against the Pittsburgh Steelers for some reason. But like I said, I don't think this one was necessarily on Lamar. Obviously, you got to take care of that ball late. But man, a total team effort. Everybody can look around each other in the locker room in Baltimore and say, "Hey, this was on me. This was on our side of the ball. We got to be better going forward."
Question for you: do you see any problems over there in B-More? Because like you talk about OBJ. He's been late in his career. He's dealt with some injuries.
Yeah.
Any issues you think over there in Baltimore? You just think it's one of those games where you're gonna go back and look at film and say, "Look, we can be better." Like to your point, we beat ourselves. There was some opportunities we left out there on the field. If we capitalize on the opportunities, this game might be out of reach. Or do you see some issues that Baltimore need to get corrected?
Nah, not any real issues. Hardball. The culture is what it is. The standard is what it is over there. I got faith in the quarterback, Lamar Jackson. The new coordinator, Todd Monken. Weapons. You got to be healthy, and you just got to play better, especially that receiver group. They're in their room, looking at each other, talking to each other. Like, hey, this game was on us. We got to be better going forward. We know our quarterback is going to make plays, and he's going to put us in position to win football games. That's all Lamar Jackson has done in his career. We have to be better and take this offense to the next level. Then their defense, I think, will be fine as well. So I don't see any long-term issues over there. I still think they end up winning this division. We see Cincinnati playing better football now, but I still think Baltimore is in the driver's seat in this division, in my opinion. But you can't have those. You can't trick games off like this.
Nah, that's a fact. Nah, that's a fact, man. We got a few more games, man. We're gonna try to get through them. Get through these games before we get up out of here. But Carolina Panthers at Detroit, man. Detroit playing good ball. I don't know what you could say, but you have to big up Detroit Lions and what they got going and how they turned that shit around. We seen it, last year where close wins they was able to either pull out or win, but like towards the end of the season, you can kind of just see it changing. And now early in this season, man, they've been playing some really, really, really good football. On the flip side, Carolina Panthers, man, it's looking rough.
0-5 now?
Yeah. Got the young quarterback, Bryce Young. Obviously, we already knew he was gonna go through some growing pains as a rookie quarterback. Frank Reich, he came in, first year head coach for the Panthers. So I think it's gonna be a long season for the Carolina Panthers this year. It's gonna be a long season for them, but you're gonna have to try to find some positives, week in and week out. On the outside, just looking at their offense, I just feel like they don't have any
juice.
No juice. You got good, veteran receiver Adam Thielen, but he's not going to break away. He's not going to make those wild plays for you. And I just feel like as a young quarterback, a rookie quarterback at that, you need some pieces around you. So it's going to take some time for this offense here in Carolina to get it together.
Yeah, I think everything. And just being honest, I think they should have hired Steve Wilkes. And you can't put this all on Frank Wright and this, that, and the third, but we saw what that team was last year once they traded away C-Mac and traded away some other pieces. Everybody thought they were tanking. They came out and fought, just like with the Lions last year. You saw at the end of the year, this team is different. It's kind of changed it over there. You saw some of the locker room things happening, and then you do that, and then you let Steve Wilkes walk out that door, and you hire, Frank Wright, who was fresh off of being fired in Indy. And it hasn't gone well at all. And it's tough. Like you said, 0-5 start. It's going to be tough. Rookie quarterback with not a lot of juice around him to elevate. And he's, pretty much got to elevate those guys, kind of what C.J. Stroud is doing in Houston. But it's rough right now in Carolina. On the flip side, the Lions, man, hey, they finished strong last year. They drafted well. They brought in some guys free agent-wise. And that culture is kind of the culture over there with Dan Campbell and a lot of those former players on that staff. One of our former teammates, Kelvin Shepard, as well. But defensively, there's some dogs.
Aiden Hutchinson, man.
Looking like Pep out there with that.
The picks, Yeah.
That was crazy.
He has to have like he probably got like 3-4 picks from the DN position.
I think he had 3 last year.
Right.
So and I know at least 1 yesterday, but I feel like maybe 2. So I would bet something on this that he's probably top of the league in history if you think about it, at least in that top 5. Because Pep, I know Pep had a few. But yeah, he's a dog, man. And the run defense has been great for them. Pass defense getting after the passer, the DBs making plays. Yeah, man. Jerry Jacobs. Hey, just a solid all around team, and they might have cracked DB's top 5 this week.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see at the end of the show, man. AB power rankings, DB power rankings, the man-to-man power rankings. We're gonna see who's in the top 5. I ain't gonna say nothing, but DB shit been kind of like all over the place for the past couple weeks. But hey, look, that's another story. Houston at Atlanta, man. Houston, like we just talked about, CJ Stroud has been playing some really, really good football for the Houston Texans, man. They traveled to Atlanta and dropped one. Atlanta, I know you've been talking about Atlanta as far as, just the quarterback play.
Yeah.
Seeing how that quarterback will play. I know it's been a lot of talk on just the weapons that he has out there as well. Pitts not getting a lot of shine out there, trying to figure out how they can get him into the mold. But what you looking up?
Hey, I'm looking up Desmond Ridder stat line yesterday. So we talked about CJ Stroud, and he was my QB1 coming in this draft, and he's looked unbelievable. Broke the record yesterday for starting his career out, 177 passes. I think Dak Prescott had it previously, 176. 177 plus now passes without throwing a pick. He's been great. Nico Collins, Tank Dell, all those guys over there have been great. And I actually thought when he threw that touchdown to Dalton Schultz, I wasn't watching this game, but I thought it was over. I thought his game went clutch. Yeah. Like he hit. But Falcons found a way to get a field goal late and win this game. But Desmond Ridder, who hasn't been having a great year, his first year at the helm for the Falcons, big time. He looked great yesterday. The plays that I did see when I did click back and forth to that game, 28 for 37 completions, 329 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pass and 1 rushing, 111.2 quarterback rating. So obviously we know Bijan Robinson is tremendous. Kyle Pitts, great, athletically as a football player. I think there's a lot of room for development there. Drake London's a good young wide receiver. So they got the weapons over there. They want to run first. They want to play good defense. That's the recipe for them. And a big win, a huge win at home for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, we've been on this show for a few years now. We, put in our picks or bet or whatever. And the Atlanta Falcons for years were like, hey, man, this team, man, hey, you know what? Y'all ain't getting my ticket at all. But so to see them pull out a game like this late and find a way to get a win at home against a good opponent, a very good opponent with the Houston Texans, a big win for Desmond Ridder, Artie Smith, and these Atlanta Falcons for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to move on to this next one. New York Giants stanking it up at Miami. Miami right now, man, it's a fun team to watch, man. Again, we talk about weapons. We talk about offense, defense. They put up 70 points a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, you see here, if the folks that can't see, 31 points against the New York Giants. Tyreek Hill, Waddle, what's the running back name?
A-Chan.
Yeah, he out there.
A-Chan.
Hey, overreaction. He's faster than Tyreek Hill.
Oh, and his stride too is so effort. He got kind of that Jamal Charles, like just smooth.
Hey, it was the ball Tyreek Hill caught. He caught on the right side. He cut and he ended up running on the left side of the sideline. And I seen him running. He was just running so smooth, so effortless, man. I'm like, yo, he's faster than Tyreek Hill. But
wait. Let me pause you there. Speaking so fastest speeds in the NFL this season, because next gen stat, everybody got the tracer on them. So AB says A-Chan is faster, but
I'm going with
Tyreek Hill, 22 miles an hour week 5. A-Chan 21.9, 21.7. Tyreek Hill, 21.6. Mostert, 21.6. Tyreek Hill, 21.5. So those are the 6 fastest times all year long, all Dolphins players. So you got Tyreek Hill on here 3 times and HN on here twice, and then Mostert on here once. So I'm sticking with the cheetah for now.
I don't give a damn about them numbers.
I'm sticking with the cheetah for now.
Huh?
I'm sticking with the cheetah. Cheetah's still the fastest man in the league, fastest
Hey.
Miami Dolphin, which is HN, Mostert, Waddle. I would like to see. I would like to see one of the racing officers. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
I like to see.
but
I watch that for sure.
But to your point, the guys that you just named, man, like these guys, it's just like it's a track show out there. Being able to get them guys the ball and let them see who won't hit their head on that goal. New York Giants, Daniel Jones got hurt at the end of the game. I think it was a neck injury.
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor came in, but the Giants, man, it doesn't. It's gonna be a rough one, man, for the Giants.
They stink.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one, man. It was some positive. I was thinking it was gonna be decent for them this year. I think even last year, saying that Daniel Jones was gonna have some consistency for the first time in his career, being that head coach, offensive coordinator, being familiar with the system. I thought that was going. I thought they was going to look a little better.
Brought some weapons over. Brought Waller over. Campbell.
Saquon's
going to be back off his best year.
The defense actually was playing decent at the end of the year last year, but early in this year, man, they just haven't been able to put it together.
Yeah.
It's not looking good. Obviously, one of your best offensive weapons on the sideline, Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
It is just not looking good. And I asked you asked me about the Patriots. If I'm hitting the panic button, I am. Are you hitting the panic button with the New York Giants?
Oh, yes. I'm hitting the panic button because this is years and years and years where we know it starts in the trenches, and the offensive line is just terrible. It's terrible. The 16 points here, but the defense actually had a pick 6. I believe Pinnock had like a 99, 100, actually 100 plus yard pick 6, which gave him which gave him 6 of these points. So I'm hitting the panic button, man. We know Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is one of those quarterbacks, in my opinion, where you need a lot of things around him going right. Right? It's not like you say Daniel Jones, we're gonna put this guy and that guy, and then Daniel Jones will figure it out. Nah, you need a good offensive line. You need Saquon Barkley and Co. doing their thing in the backfield. You need separators and game breakers on the outside as well. And they don't have pretty much any of that. So I'm hitting the panic button for sure. I think everybody expected him to take a step after making the playoffs last season, and they have only taken steps back. So definitely hitting the panic button. And then real quick before we move on to this, Miami Dolphins offense game by game yards. They have the most yardage through 5 weeks in NFL history right now. Week 1, 536. Week 2, 389. Week 3, 726. That'll help the averages. Week 4, 393. And then they had 515 plus yesterday. So 2,599 yards. Most scrimmage yards by a team through 5 games in the Super Bowl era. So Miami Dolphins off to a hot start.
Hot start. They got to stay healthy. They got to stay healthy, man. I will be interested to see how this AFC shapes out once we get to November, December. Some really good teams in the AFC, man. But one of D-Butts team here, the Miami Dolphins. Cincinnati at Arizona. One of my mobs, man. They actually look like the old. I don't want to say the old, but like the Cincinnati that we kind of grown accustomed to seeing the past couple years. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, on the road at Arizona. Jamar Chase said, "Look, man, I'm like 7-Eleven, man. I'm always open, man.
Yeah,
give me the rock. Give me the rock." Joe Burrow, college teammates. He heard him loud and clear. Was able to get him the rock. Cincinnati was able to get back into the win column. Big win. Over the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona was putting up a fight here. One thing I can say that Arizona, man, they've been playing decent ball.
They're gonna play hard.
They going, like you said, they're gonna play hard. They've been playing some decent ball. They've been in, majority of the games that they've had this year. But I was excited to see, man, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and this Cincinnati Bengals offense play
Yeah.
to their capabilities, man. Like any thoughts on this game? Did you watch this game?
Yeah, watch this game. Because it's one of the best quarterbacks in the league with Joe Burrow. So definitely interested to see how he's going to continue to respond with a sluggish start. And he had a big game. He looked as healthy as he's looked
Taking off
all year
right?
long too. Yeah, taking off. Doing some athletic things in the pocket, extending plays, making great throws. You saw the previous week he was trying to get it out as soon as possible. But Jamar Chase, man, I love when a player, because he had one of his biggest games and then had another game where he had like 70-something yards and they lost. And then, he had an interview after, hey, I'm always effing open. His coach, actually, Zach Taylor, said, you know what? I like that. I like that from my star wide receiver. That's how he should feel. I don't have a problem with him doing that. And then for his quarterback, for his guy to come back the next game and say, hey, I'm going to find you early and often, the play caller dialing up for him. And then Jamar Chase just doing what Jamar Chase has been doing since he stepped foot in this league, which is be one of the best receivers on the field. So he was an absolute game breaker, controlled this game from start to finish pretty much. There was a little span in this game with Josh Dobbs, wasn't playing. He making some bad decisions, but you expect that from a young quarterback getting the opportunity he's getting. But this was good to see. If you're a Cincinnati, which you are, if you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan, and if you're a fan of the league in general, it was good to see Joe Burrow kind of getting back to his old self out there. So good win for the Bengals. They needed it. They needed a win in this fashion as well going forward. So excited for what they got going on. And also, to your point, the Cardinals look better than a lot of people thought. So they'll have to make a decision soon when Kyler Murray comes back and gets healthy. So I'll be interested to see how that continues to play out in Arizona.
And I feel bad. Shit, I picked Arizona to win this damn game. Smoking.
I mean, I kind of get it, but yeah, I kind of get it. But how Bengals been playing, but I wouldn't. I think the Bengals still 3-point favorite. I wasn't going that far.
Philly at LA, the Rams, man. Philly still undefeated in the NFC. No, in the league, they're undefeated.
Yeah.
But 23-14. Big win on the road. Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, guys are still getting it done. Defense being able to, we talk about if you can hold a team in the NFL under 17 points, you give your team a chance to win the game. So shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna let you know they are in my Power 5. It was a game I was able to catch.
Yeah.
Philly, man, just they look good. They look good.
They look good, man. Keep finding ways to stack wins. It started off Cooper Kupp. Glad to see him back. Glad he's back in the NFL, back healthy. He started off kind of right back in the form. I thought this was going to be a shootout, with how this one started. But Philly found a way to get it done, put a fire out. And as Jalen Hurts continues to say, keep stacking wins. That's all that matters in this league. I don't care how ugly or how pretty it is. You keep stacking them. And right now, Philadelphia Eagles 5-0, one of two undefeated teams. So you see that collision course, I believe December 5th, the Eagles and Niners play. So I'm excited to see that one. But good win, very good win from the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday. Another good win.
Question from G.I. Joe 317. The brotherly shove is being implemented everywhere. Do you love it or do you hate it?
I love it because a lot of people complaining and crying about it being unstoppable and should be taken out of the league and this, that, and the third. And the Eagles have like a 93% success rate. And the rest of the league, I believe it's around like 81%. So obviously the Eagles are doing something right. They're doing something different. Their personnel is a big reason why that play works. It's tough. As a defensive player, I would hate it, being 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, what's coming, especially the DB, you got no impact on the play at all. Fans, to be honest, if I'm just a fan of the game, I probably wouldn't love it because once again, it's not that aesthetically pleasing. Unless you're a fan of the Eagles, kind of know what's coming and it's hard to stop, pause. But no, I don't have a problem with the brotherly shove. You find things that work and you keep doing it until somebody can stop it. That's life. That's sports.
Nah,
How you feel about it?
I'm right there with you. Like,
Okay.
Shit. Hey, we put it in there.
Hey. Crazy.
Hey. Man. On to the next one.
Next game.
Man. The New York Jets at the Denver Broncos, man. New York Jets, Zach Wilson. Shit, Zach Wilson last game, shit, he had a pretty good game. You know, if he can consistently play like that,
Nice.
you know, New York Jets, they'll win some games. Russell Wilson, man, end of the game, fumble, scoop and score, touchdown.
Tough. Tough.
Man, somebody texted me like, man, I feel bad for Russell. And then, you know, Marshawn was on with Shannon Sharp. Was talking, you know, it was just so somebody was like, man, I feel sorry for Russell. I'm like, man, hell no. But panic button for the Denver Broncos. I smashed that. It's ugly over there. I just it just doesn't feel right. The bad juju, you know. Sean Payton was talking about, you know, Nathaniel Hackett and the coaching job that he had when he was in Denver, and then, you know, for them to come back. So it's just something just not working right over there at Denver. New York Jets, man, I'm excited, man. You know, again, if Zach Wilson he doesn't have to win the game, but he cannot.
He just got to keep going like this, man.
For a little better every week.
Yeah.
A little better every week. You don't have to make big jumps and big strides, but just a little better every week. Don't turn the ball over. Don't lose the game.
Yep.
You have a championship caliber defense.
Yep.
You got weapons on offense, so just don't lose the game, man. And I feel like, you know, the Jets, they'll be able to win some games.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I said, Zach Wilson just got to continue to get better. Him and Nathaniel Hackett just got to continue to grow. And use what Breece Hall is all the way back. That his breakaway speed is something special, man. Obviously, you know what you got on the outside with Garrett Wilson. You mentioned the defense as well. Defense, you know, sealed this game. You know, put a button on it. It was some back and forth late. Surtain had a nice pick. There's some that. I believe it was Quentin Williams, the linebacker of the Williams brothers, coming off the edge, strip sack and rush. Russ never saw him. And then somebody got that scoop and score and took it to the house and ended this one, man. So this team, they're built. They just got to play complementary football. They got to run the ball well. They got to keep the sticks moving, get points when you get in the red area, and then you continue to play good defense. And to your point with the Broncos, not looking good. Something's not clicking. And had a terrible year last year, fired your head coach mid-season, or in the middle of the season. But when you bring in a coach like Sean Payton and you have a quarterback like Russell Wilson, there's not a rebuilding period. Like, it's not like, oh, you know, we got Bryce Young and this, or we got that, and Houston, D'Amico Ryans and C.J. Stroud. Let's give him a couple. Like, nah, this is an organization that has a winning culture. You got a quarterback that has a great resume in this league. You got a head coach that has a great resume in this league. We got great players on defense. Like, nah, this ain't no rebuilding type year for them to be sitting at 1-4 right now, and it not. I mean, barely got that 1-2 against the Chicago Bears, but it's not looking good.
This is an overreaction. You know why I think it is?
I'm hitting the panic button too.
You know why I think it is? And I don't know either one of them personally, but I don't think the coach and quarterback mesh.
Man.
And I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? I just, and again, it's from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Outside looking in, you know what I mean? I'm just, shit, we talking, we shooting shit. I don't think they mesh. I don't, you know what I mean? Obviously, I think they'll be able to go in and work together, but just looking at how Sean Payton and Drew Brees was, obviously, you know, every man is their, you know, themselves. And then you look at Pete Carroll and how Russ was, and then you just talk about, you hear from a lot of the teammates in Seattle about how Pete Carroll and Russ was, and obviously Sean Payton is very different. I just don't think they mesh, my guy.
Yeah. What we seeing on tape? The tape don't lie. It's not working. Whether they mesh or not, shit ain't working. It's time to hit the panic button in Denver already. Week 5 in. Sorry, My driver down in Florida, my guy Trent, huge Broncos fan. Hate to tell you, man, his time to hit the panic button. Your Broncos absolutely stink. He was sold. A lot of people, I'm sure, was sold that they were, hey, we got Sean Payton, he gonna fix Russ and this, that, and we got a defense, and defense taking a big step back too. So you can't just point at Russ. That defense have taken a huge step back, but we've already talked way too long about the Denver Broncos.
I don't know why we even talking as long as Broncos. D-Butt running his mouth and shit. Hey, Kansas City at Minnesota. Kansas City at Minnesota. Kansas City got the dub. It was a little scary moment there for a little bit.
Yep.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
You know, that was a little scary. But look, Kansas City, man. They was able to get the win. Minnesota, they're trying to figure it out, but Kansas City look a little different, man. It don't look like the same Kansas City that we've seen 2-3 years prior.
It's like you see them pictures, or you see something, and it's like, oh, that kind of look like AB, but it's like an AI version, like something just ain't quite right. And like you said, they finding ways to get wins. You know, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid. Mahomes and Reed, they still for Spags. They still for now. That defense, I believe, they're not getting enough credit. Defense is balling all year long, but not looking right, man. I've been talking about it all year long. That loss of Eric Bieniemy, I believe, is showing. But once again, 2 all-time greats, respectively, with Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce too. You just know they're gonna figure it out and find a way to get it done. Vikings, I thought Vikings was going to actually get this done. I thought Vikings was going to cover this game. Justin Jefferson went down late with a hamstring. We had some controversy at the end of this game, too, with the PI call that was called and then picked up. Snead took his helmet off. A lot of people wanted a flag there. I was not one of those people. I think it's a judgment call. It was a flag that, you know, a lot of us knew would be picked up. So it's going to be a change of possession. Even if they did throw the flag, it was still going to be Chiefs ball. But, you know, obviously people who either they wanted to see the Vikings win or just wanted to see the Chiefs lose because they're tired of them getting wins and they're tired of them being on the right side of a lot of these calls. But this game came down to the wire, but the Chiefs found a way to get it done. Yeah, they found a way to get it done. But like you said, it's not looking quite right in Kansas City just yet. But a lot of football left to be played. What are they, 4-1?
4-1?
Yeah.
Excuse me. But, you know, Patrick Mahomes, he's going to get it done. He's going to find he gonna find a way.
But Mahomes,
he's going to find a way to get it done as the season progresses. And Sunday Night Football.
Need some tea.
Dallas at San Fran. This shit wasn't even close. Man. Again, the best team in football right now, San Francisco 49ers. When you talk about complimentary football, man, this is exactly what they do.
Yep.
Offensively, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuels, they get it done. And then you look on the defensive side of the ball, Fred Warner, both like
Lenore, Fanga,
again,
Greenlaw,
every level.
Hargrave,
they get it done, man. So again, special teams, they do what they need to do. Complimentary football, the best football team in the NFL right now. They've been number one in my Power 5 for a couple weeks. And the Dallas Cowboys, Dak, I don't know what he was looking at last night. I don't know what it was. Hey, since Trayvon Diggs went down, I don't know. Even though he on the defense side of the ball, but
look,
this was ugly last night, D-Buck.
Yeah, this was ugly. And the narrative, I think, will continue to change for Brock Purdy. A lot of people looking at Brock. Oh, he's great. Well, you just rattled off all the weapons. But it's been a few different quarterbacks in this system, and it ain't look like this. That boy Brock Purdy is playing great ball. This is another way. I still don't think he's got a loss in the regular season as a starter, but 17-24, 252, 4 TDs,
Right there.
no interceptions, 144 passer rating. 49ers have now scored 30+ points in 8 straight regular season games. Just weapons just all over the place. Brock Purdy, Darling. You talked about the defense, just sound. Steve Wilks over there, we mentioned him earlier. D'Amico Ryans was leading that defense last year, the previous couple years. Wilks comes in, they don't miss a beat. Just playing tremendous football. And then on the other side, Prescott, Cowboys. A lot of people thought this was going to be one of them. I felt you picked the Niners in this one too.
Man, yeah, I picked the Niners,
Okay,
and I told y'all about the Cowboys earlier this year.
I felt very. This was actually the most confident I felt in the pick this week. I'm like, look, I like them by at least a touchdown, but I didn't think it would be this ugly. Dak was in there throwing picks to backups, and when you break down this film, this is one of the games I did on the NFL matchup show. And they told me, hey, all right, you do the Cowboys. Greg is going to do the Niners. So the first thing I do usually before I even dive into the tape is like, all right, I asked the guy, my guy Matt, hey, any stats jump out? Any areas that the Cowboys are really good in that I can talk about on offense? So, oh, yeah, the top of the league in third down conversions and this, that. I bet. Let me go to the tape. Man, I watched the tape. I'm like, I don't see anything inspiring on this tape. Like, it's like just nothing, no fireworks on this tape offensively. And then you saw that last night. Nobody outside of CeeDee Lamb really consistently creates separation and makes big splash plays. Tony Pollard's good back, but it's so stale and bland over there on offense. And then defensively, they live and die off turnovers. Creating turnovers. When you get an offense like this that's going to control the ball, going to run the ball, going to take care of it, and not turn that over, it's going to be tough when the Cowboys face top talent in the league, NFC or AFC. So they got a lot to figure out, man. They let Kellen Moore walk out. But it was ugly for the Cowboys, and obviously you're gonna see it all over sports TV all day long with people dancing on their grave. But still early in the season, still got a lot of good players on that team. So hopefully they can make a run to the postseason.
Yeah, and then another thing, it's a copycat league, right? And one way that they slowed Michael Parsons down, one of their dominant, players on the defense side of the ball, they was running at him. They were sending a lot of different people at him, fullbacks, Juice. It was George Kittle.
Mm-hmm.
It was obviously he was lined across from Trent Williams, but then you had offensive guards and tackles pulling. So again, one of them things was okay, run at him. Don't run away from him where he can, he's fast, he can run the play down. So that could be something that we kind of see. As the season progresses, where teams like, okay, well, let's just run at them. You know what I mean? Obviously, everybody don't have an offensive tackle like Trent Williams, who can block them one-on-one. But again, man, it was a rough night for Dallas Cowboys and their fans. Absolutely. And as we talking about it, I'm gonna go straight into my power rankings.
Let's get it.
My shit's looking
week 5 power rankings, man. Let's start with AB. Let's see what he got.
I ain't gonna front. My shit been looking real good.
Oh, we got arrows.
San Francisco at the top of my list. They've been at the top of my list for a couple weeks. Again, I just think the best all around team right now in football. Second, I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, the second team in the NFL that's undefeated, a good solid team. And third, Miami, D-Butts mob. That offense is just explosive. I continue to believe that the defense will get better as the season progresses. But when you have an offense who can put up 30+ points week in and week out, then you have a shot. Coming in at 4 is Kansas City. We talked about Kansas City. Again, a good team, but it's just that offense is just not looking how they would typically look in the past season or two. But again, you still have Patrick Mahomes. You still have Andy Reid. So I still believe that they're, one of the top teams in the league. And coming in at 5, the Detroit Lions. I know Tone is off camera smiling, but
Gotta
The
be.
Detroit Lions, man, they're playing some really, really good football, some inspired football, 4-1. I just think they're gonna continue to get better and better and better as the year goes on, man. So it's good to see. Detroit hasn't been good in a long, long time, but that's AB's power rankings 1-5: San Fran, Philly, Miami, Kansas City, and Detroit, and that shit looked damn good.
Hey,
Now,
that's a good looking list. Your list's been kind of consistent too. I like that.
oh yeah, I mean that's
like
that's
that.
what I pride myself on, DB.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
consistency, baby.
You know me.
Yeah,
Let's get to mine. You know me. I like to get caught in the moment. I like to start from scratch every week. Beginners mentality. Hold on, that ain't we got a typo here in one of them, but nonetheless, y'all see the teams at the top, just like AB. Top of the rankings, San Francisco, best team on both sides of the ball right now. Just a well-rounded organization, top to bottom right now. San Francisco 49ers doing their things on the collision course with the Philadelphia Eagles, who come in number 2 in my power rankings, up 1 spot from last week. Once again, a sound football team on both sides of the ball. Missing Avonte Maddox in that slot on defense. They're going to have to figure out that slot defender position and then continue to start to make some more splash plays on that. In that secondary. Coming in 3, my Miami Dolphins at the number 3 spot, still doing that thing on offense, rolling offensively. Into AB's point, will continue to get better on defense. Shout out my guy Van Finkel, man. He is, I mean, he's unbelievable. He ended the game for us. He was the closer. And number 4, that is not the Kansas City Chiefs. That is the Buffalo Bills. And they are coming off a loss, but still in my top 5. I'm actually going to kind of just erase this loss when it happened. It was over there in London. I hated going over there and playing. They went over there Friday. I'm going to make excuses for the Buffalo Bills, and they're still in my top 5. KC was there last week. They're not in my top 5 anymore because I had to make room for these brand new Lions, as Evan Foxy would say. So the Lions round out my top 5. Just a physical ball club. Jared Goff is doing his thing. Ben Johnson on offense, but defensively, they're going to punch you in the mouth. Best team in the league right now against the run. They're creating turnovers. You know, they're what you want to a lot of former players on that staff, they're setting the tone. They're a team that I like watching every week, and I never thought I would say that about the Detroit Lions. So Detroit at 5, Buffalo at 4, Miami at 3, Eagles at 2, and the San Francisco 49ers are the best team in the league right now, according to the Man-to-Man pod, because we agree on the top 2, I believe, with the Eagles and the Niners.
Top 3.
Top 3. Best 3 in the league.
Top 3. So, man, there you have it. You got the power rankings from A, B, and D, B. Tonight, we have a Monday night football matchup.
Yes, sir.
Green Bay at the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders 1.5-point favorites. Call it right now, D-Butt. Who are you picking tonight?
Give me the Green Bay Packers. I like
I'm
the
right
Green
there with
Bay
you.
Packers to bounce back. Right now, 1.5-point dogs, but I mean, it's pretty much a pick 'em. They are on the road at the Vegas Raiders, but I do not trust the Raiders right now. Don't trust the head coach. I do trust the head coach in the Green Bay. I trust Jordan Love actually a little more than Jimmy Garoppolo right now. So give me the Packers. Jair Alexander matched up with Devontae Adams. Excited to see big dog on big dog tonight to round out week 5. But yeah, give me the Green Bay Packers to win on the road against the Las Vegas Raiders. And it sounds like you are on the same side, AB.
I am, man. I'm right there with you. I'm going with Green Bay. Green Bay has to get off to a quicker start than what they did the past 2 weeks. You know, week 3, they was able to come back and get the victory. Week 4, not so much.
Yep.
Made it a fight, though, towards the end. Week 5, they got to get off to a better start, a faster start. But I do have Green Bay winning on the road.
Christian Watson. Let's make some big plays tonight, Watson.
Yeah.
Make your presence felt out there.
Early, man. They got to do that early. So,
Yes, sir.
again, man, we appreciate y'all. Tap in with us. You know, good Monday. Great way to start your Monday off.
Absolutely. And get your 30 minutes in, as AB always say. Any good questions, comments before we got here? You gotta fly.
Nah. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
We need-
I don't know if we had any.
I can't see them when I'm over here in the Thunderdome, but we appreciate
Hold on. We got
listeners.
something
They
for you.
got a
We
same
got
game parlay
something for
tonight.
you.
Almost forgot on FanDuel Sportsbook, America's #1 sportsbook. This Monday night football matchup to round out Week 5. Green Bay Packers at Las Vegas Raiders. I got a 4-leg same game parlay, starting with the Packers to win straight up money line. Packers win. Romeo Dobbs, he's going over 40 yards tonight. Jordan Love's favorite targets. And while going over those 40 yards, he'll have more than 3 receptions. So he needs 4 or more receptions to get over. And then I think Devontae Adams finds a way to get in the end zone. So Devontae Adams scores. Dobbs goes over the 40 yards. He has 4 catches. And the Packers win on Monday Night Football. That's the same game parlay around 700, plus 700. So pretty good.
That's not a bad one right there, D-Buck.
Appreciate you, man.
That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one.
Man, I didn't send you this. I had a 10, 11 leg parlay yesterday from 4 or 5 different games. Everything hit, bro. Everything except I had Justin Jefferson going for 90 yards. He had 28 and then got hurt in the fourth quarter. I bet $50. I would have won 8,400. One leg, bro. I was hurt. That hurt my soul, boy.
That's rough.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the screenshot of that one. But
that's rough. That's rough. We got a question right here: Lions versus Cowboys. Who wins? Lions winning right now. I mean,
give me Lions. Detroit versus
Lions.
everybody. Yeah, I know y'all biased, but give me the Lions right now. I feel like better and more sound on both sides of the ball. I think Dallas has more splash players, more household names on defense, but give me the offense, better play caller, better quarterback right now with Jared Goff. Give me the Lions across the board. Is that the matchup next week?
I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm week to week. I don't even look ahead.
Yeah, D-Buck definitely week to week. I don't know. We ain't got Keith got a question for you, D-Buck. Keith Long.
Keith Long, how you like being on ESPN the Ocho? I caught you Saturday night. You kill everything, DB. I appreciate you, Keith Long. Contrary to Pat McAfee, we are not on ESPN Ocho. So I tell you this, the NFL matchup show, it's an ESPN show, but it's actually shot and produced and everything else at NFL Films. So between me and you, Keith, don't tell everybody, it's kind of like ESPN's bastard child. And it's actually been the longest running studio show on ESPN, 40 years now this year. So those time slots aren't the best. Saturday mornings, 8:30, 7:30 sometimes, and then super early in the morning on Sundays. But the best place to watch it is obviously you can DVR it if you still do that, or you can catch it on ESPN Plus. You can stream it at any time, but it comes on ESPN, ESPN2, and then obviously you can stream it on ESPN Plus. It is a great show. I like it. Greg Cosell does great work. Sal Powell does great work. I put the work in. Hopefully, giving you good content and more into the X and O's, the actual matchups, and how I think at least teams should, or how I expect them to attack other teams offensively and defensively. So appreciate that view, Keith.
Nah, it's definitely great content. Definitely. A question with Joel Embiid, obviously LeBron getting the guys together. Thoughts on Embiid choosing to play for Team USA with LeBron over playing for Cameroon or France? Do you have any thoughts on this, D-Buck? I know he said that, I think he came over at a certain age. My son was born in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
What was your thoughts? I know for Cameroon, he was like, I ain't gonna have a chance if I play with Cameroon. So I mean, maybe France.
Was that kind of he went to France first before coming to U.S.?
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. You when you have those, when you have different, born somewhere, live somewhere, got a kid, married, whatever it is, you got different, I guess, allegiances to different places. Sure, I was born in Germany, but on U.S. soil, so if I could technically play for like a German national team, but obviously I would play for America if I was playing. But I don't have a problem with that. You know, this is to each individual, to their choice. And you know, he said the son thing, but shoot, he want to win. You know, he want to win too. So he's trying to play with the big dog. So
you know, for Cameroon, get my ass whooped.
yeah, I don't blame him. But you know, also respect a guy like Karl Anthony Towns who'll go play for DR, and all the guys that go back and play for their different countries, man. Gotta respect that. But I respect each individual with whatever team they choose to play for. So no thoughts, positive or negative, on that one.
Yeah. They talking about the where it go? Young man ran him 26 miles in 2 hours.
Bro.
And he beat the record by like 30 seconds.
I saw last night the pace. He had a 4.5 minute pace.
That shit is crazy.
Across 26 miles, bro. I think 26.2 miles in America.
How you do that?
Bro. Like, I would encourage that. We always somebody get your 30 minutes in. Just walk a mile, run a mile, whatever, jog, do what you 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Like, that's moving. If you do that, continue that pace over 26 miles. The tweet that I saw, somebody said it's the most impressive athletic feat. And I said, damn, that's hard to argue with. For sure, but yeah, that man, that was impressive.
Right now, D-Buck, right now, how fast can you run a mile?
How fast? I don't know, honestly. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if I can just run a mile without stopping. I'm not a long term.
Yes, you can, D-Buck.
I'm not a long.
D-Buck, yes, you can.
I'm a sprinter, bro. I'm not saying I will finish it. I'll finish it under, 6 minutes.
Ho. Now we lying. Now we lying. First off, you said you don't know. First off, you say you don't know if you can even run a mile without walking. But now you say you're gonna finish.
It would be. I would walk. Minutes? I would do it to a jog. Because if you're going 6 minutes or less, like that's a
hell of a pace.
That's tempo. So that's 4 times around the track, right? So if I'm sprinting one time around the track,
and no, we're not. You're not sprinting one lap.
That's the thing. I would sprint. I may sprint the straights, jog the curves, maybe sprint the curve. So I could break 6:30. I could break 6. Can I break 6?
No, you're not breaking 6 minutes in no damn mile. Hell no, D-Buck. I don't even want you to go out there and try that shit.
What you running about right now?
Shit, I'll run a mile in my neighborhood, but I got a lot of hills, so I'll probably hit like 7:45. Yeah, I'm saying.
Is that like the same like jog kind of the whole time? The same tempo?
I'm not sprinting. I'm not
at
sprinting.
all.
Like I'm jogging. I got a decent little pace. So if I'm around the track, I feel like I can get like a 7. Being honest, I'm in the 7. Okay. I'm not hitting no 6 minutes.
I'm gonna hop on the treadmill today. Let me try to get me a mile. I got a Nike Run Club.
6.
I'm breaking 6:30.
Man, the lie detector determined that was a lie. Damn,
I'm only like $1. I'm like $1.82. You see, I guarantee you see my man. He looked more like me than he looked like you.
Nah, that's a fact.
So I'm closer to.
Hey, look, I'm not even trying to get there.
I'm closer to the elite.
I'm not even trying to get to no 4.5 minute mile.
Yeah, nah, that's amazing, man. That's incredible. But I'm gonna get. Hey, who asked that? The next time we come back, I'm gonna have it.
I think it might have been G.
So we going over under 7 minutes?
Nah, for you 6. Nah, for you 6. We going over under 6.
You need an extra minute. We go 6:30. 6:30. That's fair.
6:30.
That's I could break.
You got to record that.
Yeah, I could break 6:30.
Boy, this motherfucker longer than chest gonna be
what?
Fire.
You smoking too? Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a week break.
But hey, that's a good question, man. Hey, that was a Monday show for y'all.
Hey, great Monday, man. Great Monday. Great, off a great weekend of sports. Hopefully I can, once it's football season, it's football season. But hopefully I can catch some of these WNBA games, maybe even a baseball game. Hockey starting soon. Won't catch that just yet. F1's pretty much over. A lot of football left though, man. Let's enjoy these times. You got Halloween right around the corner. Thanksgiving after that. Christmas after that. Happy New Year. Then we'll be in the off season at some point, man. But we appreciate you rocking with the Man to Man pod. Myself, my guy AB, our guy Tone, everybody behind the scenes that makes it happen. Shout out to FanDuel Sportsbook, still being the presenting sponsor of the Man to Man pod. Enjoy your Monday night. Hopefully we get a good game. I know I have my ticket. Gamble responsibly if you're gambling. But I'm just hoping for a good game between Jordan Love, Jimmy Garoppolo, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Green Bay Packers, man. We will see y'all next week, most likely. Enjoy your week. Start it off right. Get your 30 minutes in. What happened to my dog AB, but we'll see y'all. See y'all on the other side.
Man to man, yeah, we talking. Man to man, they can't guard me. Man to man, they don't wanna see us. Man to man, they don't know how to beat us. Man to man, 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 yeah, man, that's in me, that's why I want it so bad. Must be the hustler in me that keep my foot on the gas. When you got it from nothing and hard times ain't so bad, just know I'm coming for everything that they said I couldn't have. I put my life inside it, yeah, I kept it solid. Yeah, I played the field, that's how I feel about it. We put numbers on the board, we always up the score. Yeah, we stuck to the plan and never ran. Now they can't see it, man. Yeah, we talking, man to man, they can't guard me. Man to man, they don't wanna see us. Man to man, they don't know how to beat us. Man to man, 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 man to man.
Any way we can get it, baby. Any way we can get it.
Man, we gone. Have a good one.